All right, well, it's been a couple months since we've been here in this space, and quite a few changes and still under construction. Thank you. So Patty, tell us a little bit. I mean, there's paint on the walls, there's stuff here. Where are we?
Yeah, so I think the last time you were here, we've painted, we've put our bar top on, which is kind of always a focal point in a restaurant. It's one of the first things you usually see.
You're getting close.
Yes.
All right.
So that's going to be clear coated tomorrow, so we're really excited about that. On the bottom and on the back, we were able to reclaim some wood barn siding.
Oh, cool.
Just a block away.
Nice.
And so we're cleaning that up, clear coating it, and then we're going to get that on there. So
That'd
we're
be very
really
cool.
excited we were able to use something right in the community.
You're taking this whole farm to table thing seriously.
Absolutely.
I like it. All right. All right. So this is nice and level. John can pour the beer and just slide it down and it'll work. All right, cool.
Yep, this will be your bar stool.
Very cool. I love it. Yeah, I mean, the bar is the first thing you go to, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us again, layout of the restaurant.
Sure.
Walk us through a little bit the plan.
So this is our main entranceway.
Okay.
Vestibule coming off of the 8-foot dock out there. Come on in here. Our hostess stand will be in this area.
Okay.
Further behind the hostess area will be some more seating. And then as we walk through over to our left, we're looking at a wraparound booth. So we would have some seating along this wall and then wrap around to kind of connect the dining areas.
Okay.
And then this is going to be the main dining area. And then over here will be high top bar seating.
Okay.
Lots of windows, and to be able to see all the activity and all the new
That'll be
activity
cool. Right,
that's coming to Southtown.
That'll be really cool when the paper finally comes down.
Yeah.
So is this, I know before we were jokingly calling it the fish bowl, is this just all, this is all one thing?
Yes.
It's all the same restaurant. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's really impressive how you've used the space. As you said, it's an old building. It's a concrete building. You certainly couldn't move things.
Right.
But the way that you've worked around and maximized the space, I think is going to be really, really cool for the city as a destination.
Right.
I know you have some changes in the kitchen, some things going on in there. Why don't we take a look?
Yeah, that sounds great.
See where we'll be getting our food.
So this is our kitchen. We're really excited about this.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's big. It's big and buckeyed.
Yes, so we epoxied the floor. Again, it's concrete. We need to seal the floor, and we're big Buckeye fans, so it's scarlet and gray.
We'll forgive you for that. No, it looks fantastic. And what is this big metal thing over here?
So this is our hood, which is the most pivotal point of putting a kitchen together. That has to go in correctly, and everything basically works off of the hood. The drop ceiling, where the pipes are going to go, where the gas line, where there's certain electric that goes to that. All the cooking equipment has to line up under there.
Okay.
So that is the pivotal point to get that in and then work off of that.
Sure. And I think you were telling us last time there were some issues, or you had to work around actually venting this outside through the building.
Yeah, so this is a unique hood. It's a lower hood, and so the vents are really close to the cooking equipment. There are windows buried in the brick wall back there that we were not allowed to uncover for historical purposes because it didn't meet the era that we were working off of.
Sure.
So the vent we had to move up so we would miss the window in the wall. So we kind of had to do a little redesign there, but it worked out fine, and I think it's going to be a more efficient hood too. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And then all of this beautiful work, this all gets covered up though, correct?
Yes, in the kitchen it's a drop ceiling. It has to be from a health code. You have to have smooth, washable surfaces. So actually the drop ceiling, there are these big heavy panels, and then you have to have certain lighting in here too. It has to be so many foot candles. So we have these LED panels, so not these big bulky fluorescent lights anymore. It's an actual LED panel. So excited about that as well.
This is fantastic. We look forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Man.
We can't wait.
Neither can we.
All right. So these are some of the pieces that you found in a barn and neighboring property. How are you going to incorporate these into the restaurant and the bar area? What's your thoughts?
Right. So this area right here, we're going to have a bar ledge here, so you can kind of sea to downtown, watch people come in, and we found these pieces in the same place, same barn that we're using the barn siding out of, and we're like, we can use these for something
cool.
over here. And our contractor who did the fantastic job on the bar, he put these over here, and he's like, yeah, I can make this work over here. So we're really excited
These are really
to
cool.
see.
And we don't know, I mean, we know they came from a barn, but we don't know where they were previously.
Right, they weren't installed in the barn. It was just kind of, it almost looked like a pile of wood because there were some other pieces on top of it that just looked like garbage. And then we're like, wait a second, what's under here?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's neat to save that piece of history. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, so here we are, Kaleigh. There's like progress.
Finally.
Tell me a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so all right, we've got our coolers ordered. They're coming in the next couple weeks. The install of those has changed a little bit. They used to be contained units, but given the space that we've got in here and all the concrete, I got worried about all the noise popping off when those compressors kick on and off. So we're actually running them remote, but like you've been talking about this whole time, this historical nature of the building, we had to make sure that those units are tucked away and hidden on the outside of the building. So between hiding it with the silos that are outside and landscaping, we are able to make that happen so the lines will go through the floor and run out to the other side of the building and be hidden by the silos.
Nice.
Yep.
So the layout, your sales counter is going to be out here. What happens in the fishbowl?
So we'll be doing some processing. So out in our Litchfield plant, we'll break down the carcasses out there and bring over block-ready loins. Just given the ceiling footprint and the size, we can't be bringing in 800-pound carcasses. There wouldn't be anywhere to move around.
Yep.
So we'll do the breakdown from our skilled processors and butchers out there and bring them over here to be able to do custom cuts from full pork loins or short loins for your T-bones and porterhouses. Full tenderloins for fillets. So we can do the more fine cuts that most people are familiar with already, rather than a full hanging carcass and like someone would just look at it and be in awe and maybe a little shocked. But that doesn't mean we're not going to be bringing some of those things in for feature nights, doing some butchering classes, some processing how-tos. I think it is very important for people to understand that full farm to fork experience, and that the meat just didn't show up in a grocery store. It was months of planning and genetic work that go into the farms, and the history of those farms is very in depth, and we want to showcase that, and we want to talk about it because it's really important to the food system, in my opinion. So behind here, we'll have a grinder, we'll have a meat saw, and just a mini prep room from what we've got over at our Litchfield plant now.
Tell me a little bit about the market. I know you've been working with some different vendors. What's the vision currently for this other market space?
So the rest of the market space that's where Keller Meats is a part of that. It's that social experience to get more in touch and involved with the people that make your food. We've become, I believe, as a society, way more detached from that. And to at least be able to talk to the people that make your food, at least gives that richness back to it and a better understanding of the entire process. So we want to make that a fun experience as well. I love farmers markets. I've loved indoor markets. When I'm traveling, I'm looking for those, whether it's in the country or outside of the country. I'm always looking for those because the amount of energy that inside of them is just intoxicating, and you go into it and you're just lifted and elated. So that's my vision, and our vision for over here is to have that same welcoming and excitement going on. So bringing in local vendors, bringing in some people from Cleveland, Columbus area, that rich food talent and craftsmanship, and bringing it into our historic Medina area.
Do you have any vendors confirmed that you can share, or not yet?
Yes, we have Pierogies of Cleveland is actually right where the camera crew's standing.
Fantastic.
It's going to go right over there. Check them out. Their varieties and flavors will blow your mind. They have dessert ones, they have breakfast ones, which might not be the best for me working right across from them, but it sounds delicious. I know the restaurant talks about wanting to include some of their pierogies over to their menu side. So part of the vision for the restaurant too is seasonally pull things from the market that people can have on their menu over here, or they can come shop for it next door and make their own dinners for their families.
Oh, very cool. All right.
Yep.
Nice. That'll be great.
We have Ravine's Edge, which is a local maple syrup farm.
Okay.
She also makes different products from that maple syrup. They dehydrate it out, pull the sugar from it, have a raw sugar product. They do different bath and beauty products. She actually just partnered with a farm out in California for an organic and an isolated CBD product line.
Cool.
And Carly herself, one of the owners of Ravine's Edge, she has a more medical background as well.
Okay.
So she can come from an informative place and a place of comfortability for that product because it's new to our area.
Very cool. Fantastic.
We have Boyert's Greenhouse. So they are a local farm and greenhouse that's just south of here.
Right.
They are a beautiful family. We've been great friends with them for, 3 decades.
Oh my
and
gosh.
yeah, they are great, and was really excited to have them be a part of this market family that we hope to have here, and that communal support. What they're going to do here is more unique items than even what they have at their greenhouse now.
Okay.
Host different classes in here that they want to be able to use the space.
Yeah, that'll be really neat.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We look forward to coming back and seeing the counters full and seeing you back there carcassing, butchering, whatever we call it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So Kaleigh, things are really coming along up in the apartments. Looks like we have some appliances in place and the finish is getting set. Very nice. They're plugged in.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. How many apartments again in the building?
There are 16 total.
Okay, so 8 on each floor. What's been the response so far? People coming through or just talking to you guys about actually living on site?
Yeah, so the response has been high. I actually have a lot of married couples that are, when they reach out to me, and I'm not even the go-to person on apartments, I'm here for the meat. But they're looking to downsize and be a part of the Medina city and the culture that's already been growing here.
Yeah.
They like the excitement and mixed with the quaintness, and then coming into the building, so many people that have bought products through here, whether it was just dog food or up to full feed mill products, come in and they're just in awe. So actually people that are looking to downsize from their full homes now because their kids have moved out, and also bringing in new business development, young professionals have been looking at it.
Very cool.
Yeah, if I had to put an age group on it, it's all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
It's exciting. I mean, the finishers are cool. I love how you've kind of honored that industrial part of the building. So, expectation to be open on the market, looking November sometime?
Yeah, the expectation for the market is we are aiming in full force going to be open for before Candlelight Walk.
Okay.
Apartments, they should be ready here, I think, the mid to end of November as well.
Fantastic.
So I don't believe they've taken any sort of deposits. They want to be able to bring people in to a ready finished product before, because I know people have been trying to throw money at it. They're like, we're not taking your money till you see what you're buying, kind of thing.
All right, so by the end of the year, hopefully, renovations will have been completed, restaurant open. By the end of the year, we'll be wrapping up and seeing this whole building finally come back to life, huh?
Yeah, well, I think it'll be fun that everything happens in stages too, and it won't be some big boom and then you miss some things through the cracks. People will be able to keep coming back and seeing what's new and what's cool.
Okay.
And with the different beer flavors that Medina Brewing Company has in store for us.
Yeah, nice. We appreciate it. Well, fantastic. Always a pleasure. We will come back and see the final product.
All right.
So one of the things I love about this building is that it was so local. It was made by local hands, and you can see that when you look at the framing. Something that we just found, which is kind of cool, is they used everything they could. So when they were building this building, they used old doors as the frame so they could pour up against it. They used that as part of the mold. What's really cool is here's a hinge from probably 1890, caught here in concrete in perpetuity, kind of reflecting the history of this building and how it all came together. That's a really cool way to honor what this was in our community and what it's going to be in the future. little over a year ago, we started documenting the process of renovating and restoring the Medina Farmers Exchange here on South Court in Southtown. Today we're going to pay a visit and go inside and see what they've achieved in this building. This is the first historic tax credit project in Medina County, so they've had a lot to do to honor the history and to really respect what this is in the community. I think you're going to be very excited to see what they've achieved. Come on in. Kaleigh, year and a half later, dream come true.
We're here.
This is awesome. Tell us a little bit about, did you achieve your vision of Keller Meats?
Well, that's what's been really cool, is to be able to actually see a vision come full circle and come to life.
Right.
Not been too much of a crier, but when all my family came in for what was supposed to be a friends and family night that was supposed to be 50 people turned into 300.
Right.
And the look of awe and excitement and oh my gosh and wows and then my dad turns to my Aunt Marianne, his sister, and said, "Do you think Dad would be proud?" And like that was like, oh, this is it.
That's the waterworks.
That was like grand slam out of the park, Albert Bell kind of thing.
That's really cool. So how many generations have your family been butchers?
We have been 3. So
Okay.
yep. So I would be the 3rd generation.
That's cool.
Yeah. So my dad's kids. So it started with my grandpa, then my dad, and then here. Yeah.
So I think last time we were here, the tile was just going up. I don't think your graphics were here.
No.
This is it.
There was no meat. The most important part.
Meat, and now there is.
The juiciness has arrived.
So you're happy? Things are going well?
Things are going great.
This is
Yes.
your dream.
Yep.
Fantastic. Can you walk us around a little bit and show us the rest of the exchange market?
Yes, I would love to. A quick turn right here is my neighbor across the way is Miss Bell with Pierogies of Cleveland. Part of the fun of the entire market is the social atmosphere of it, and being neighbors with Bell with Pierogies of Cleveland is both fun and delicious, and I've already bought 3 packs this morning myself, and an onion, because now we're cooking stock back here.
And what are the hours of the market for the public to come in?
The hours right now are Wednesday through Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 11 to 4.
Fantastic. Why don't we take a walk around the corner and see what else you have?
Yes, let's go.
So Kaleigh, I know part of the vision was modeled kind of on the mini West Side Market.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what we have on the other side of the butcher shop.
So when we come around the corner, we have another micro business in here that actually is a branch off of a big business and really close farm friends of ours is the Boyert family.
Fantastic. Very cool.
They have a greenhouse south of the city, but this is their outreach coming into the city. More home pieces, more house plants. I myself am already in trouble and becoming a house plant lady. Then what's really beautiful is like you're walking across the parking lot, and even at night the light still shines on it. It's just so pretty how they have it all set up over here.
Very, very nice. And then down the ways we have some other businesses.
Yes, we have, it unfolds into Caitlin with Camo and Caviar. Yep, she houses other vendors that also have a women focus on them as well.
Okay.
Caitlin's empowerment piece is to teach young women entrepreneurial skills, and this is her outlet to be able to do that too.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We move right into Ravine's Edge. They're a local maple syrup farm right here in the county as well. We have Miss Carly back here. And they do more than just maple syrup now, though. They also dehydrate it, and they have a delicious dehydrated maple syrup. Carly makes all these different bath and beauty kind of products, incense and soaps, and a full CBD line, which I think is really taken off for you, correct?
Very
yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Then into our made and grown section. This one is a really passionate, unique piece for the market itself. So it's called the Made and Grown. It's powered by the Exchange Market. It is a combination of 30 plus different vendors that the products have to be made or grown in the state of Ohio. They go through an authentic interview process that we make sure that that is true to speed. We have pies, we have unique threads. It just keeps growing and unfolding. That part's been very exciting to see this change bigger and more into what I had really initially envisioned.
So people really can come here and find unique things that they're not going to find at the local grocery stores. They're going to find local products.
Yeah.
Everything from meat to plant to
artisan
art,
breads. Yeah.
Breads. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then around the corner, I know there's a little surprise we have around the back.
Yes, let's go check out 1904. I love
All right, so one of the little surprises at the back of the market is 1904. Why 1904?
1904. So the building was originally built in the year 1904.
Okay.
So that's where we came up with the name with John, Patty, and I. We named it 1904. Brews is the full name to accommodate both the coffee that's here now and the beer wall that will soon be unfolding right here.
The beer wall.
Yes. So all local beers of of Ohio. Then we're going to segment them off by the different counties. John especially has the forte in the local beer scene.
Okay.
Then being able to have some more one-off and nano brews and really highlight those small batch guys.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit more about the coffee shop side. What do you serve? What do you have?
So the coffee shop side of things has two things that you can't get anywhere else right now until those gentlemen pop back up at the farmers market in the summer.
Yeah.
So the farm at Chatham Lee is our #1 baker.
Fantastic.
He has been rocking it with the different bakery items, especially the chocolate chunk cookies.
Yeah.
I myself take them home, or my husband doesn't let me in the door. And our coffee is all from a local roaster out of Strongsville that is fresh to you coffee. Each one of those blends has a very distinct flavor to them. And if you get him talking about coffee, it's like me and meat. You can't get him to shut up because he's so passionate about it.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
It's very cool. I'm just reflecting back on a year ago. This was honestly a mess. You guys were looking at this thinking, how are we going to do this? How does this happen? And now we have ductwork and plumbing and heating and everything going through.
And tables and chairs.
Tables.
And plants from Boyard's Tube.
It turned out great. Kaleigh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for the tour.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
So proud to have been part of a witness of what you guys have done here.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to go upstairs and check out the apartments.
All right.
So one of the challenges of this building that you guys went through was, what are you going to do in the whole building? It's 40,000 square feet. And then you had this crazy, people called it crazy at the time, I would say, hey, let's do apartments upstairs. Mm-hmm. And again, looking around, reflecting back on over a year ago when they were drilling through the floor and figuring out, how are we actually going to put apartments in the building?
Right.
And you did it again. I know you worked with Interior Design Studio, and Katie Hines did a lot of the design work and the colors. Tell us a little bit about the spaces.
So each apartment is different because of the building. The building has been added onto the different floors. Even the columns don't line up from floor to floor. The ones at the bottom are larger, then they kind of get a little smaller as you go up. Some apartments have windows that are higher, some have lower. Some have a big column in the middle of it. So, like when people are asking us about the apartments and they're like, "Oh, what do they look like?" I'm like, "Well, each one's different. Like this one is the one right below this, similar footprint." But the windows are different. It has a different type of brick. So it's really exciting walking through and seeing how they all come together.
We don't really have loft style apartments in Medina.
Right.
But now we do. And again, you guys in Katie's design work, you've honored the industrial heritage and kind of the simplicity of this building, but then you have these beautiful finishes and beautiful cabinets. 2 bedrooms, each apartment is 2 bedrooms?
Right, so we have 2 bedroom and 1 bedrooms. All the 2 bedrooms are 2 bedroom, 2 bath. With a large closet in each one. So some of them, the closet is, you could even put a desk in there, like a little study in there. Storage space is always needed wherever you're
always
at.
An issue.
So you each have your own bathroom, your own kind of space. They each have washer and dryer and own hot water and own HVAC. So you have your own thermostat, cable ready, internet ready. So I think that's a great amenity with the laundry and everything's ready to go.
So we have polished concrete in here, and then bedrooms are carpeted.
Right.
And again, the views, the fun views that you get that most people don't have the opportunity to see over a building in town.
Right. And it goes along with just the way that downtown Medina has been growing. Every weekend people are going there. They're doing their shopping there. And so people want to live downtown. Where can I live? I want, everything's right here. I could live down here and I can walk to everything. Especially with the path right behind here. So that's great. Right up the road, you can hit a couple other parks. So it kind of works.
Well, congratulations once again, Patty. It's just beautiful. So we're in one of the 1-bedroom apartments, the same style and finishes, same chemistry and everything. Again, the challenge of the beam going this way through the apartment
Right.
rather than this way.
Right.
But you found a way to make it work. And I
Right.
think it's so cool that, I don't know, people realize this is a hand-poured concrete building. This was not a truck. I still love looking up and seeing the wood grain from the framing that workers 24/7 were just coming in, pouring concrete and then laying brick from right across the street. Talk about keeping it local.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
this is literally a local building. And then these incredible views. I know we're proud that this is one of the first, or this is the first historic tax credit project in Medina County.
Right.
And I know you went through some challenges, you know, honoring what State Preservation Office said.
Right, right.
But even just things like replicating the doors that were here from the old deliveries, it keeps that authenticity about the building that you've honored. But it's also really cool. Right. And it has a really cool view.
Right. We're on the 3rd floor right now, and this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. And you know, some people are like, oh, it's, you know, you've got a beam, and other people are like, oh, that beam, I want an apartment with a beam in it. I want an apartment with 3 different, you know, bricks. And I particularly like this one because you have some privacy, but you still have all the sunlight coming into this 1-bedroom apartment, which is great.
It's
I need
beautiful.
sunglasses right now.
I'm just thinking, Candlelight Walk, this is the perfect viewing place for the fireworks.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know? Nicely done. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the farmer's table, Matt.
Wow, what a transformation.
Yes.
I think last time we were here, you were staining the bar. There were things everywhere, no chairs, tables. So, like I asked Kaleigh, was this the vision that you and John set out to create? Did you achieve it?
Yes, we did. And it's, you know, your head's in it for so long, you're worrying about like, what's the next thing we have to do, the next thing. And then when people come in that haven't been here for a while, you like get to take the step back and you're like, oh yeah, we accomplished that. So we're really excited about how it turned out, and it's great to show it, you know, what has been done.
I'd like to walk over here. Someone told me there's a really cool thing that came back to the building. Can you tell me about that?
Yes. So we have a few items. So the original Medina Farmers Exchange was able to be salvaged and be able to put it back up on the wall and keep it in its home.
I think that's one of the cool things. In the first episodes, we talked about the history of the building and how integral it was to life. We were a farming community. We were founded as that.
Right.
So I love that people are returning things to where they started, and that you guys have a place to show them and really honor that.
Yeah, we were
Which I know, I mean, just looking around, that's been your intention to, it's an upscale restaurant, but it's not a white tablecloth restaurant. You want to honor the past and the agricultural history.
Right. It's like coming to dinner
and this
at
cool
Grandma's
sign.
house.
Yeah, this cool sign.
Right.
Where did that come from?
So that was originally here as well. And then the one that we really like is this was the original restaurant sign that was hanging out front.
That's cool.
Everybody comes in with a story, and one of the big things was about the restaurant, the little restaurant down there. And it was like it was a little community. The truck drivers that were making deliveries here had a short window to eat.
Yeah.
So the gals that worked down there would know when those trucks came in. They would start cooking their food. They would come down there. They would play jokes on each other. So that's just really exciting, and people see that and they really reminisce and tell us some great stories.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Why don't we walk up front into what we were calling the fishbowl. I don't know if it has an official name now, but I think one of the coolest things about this building is that view of Court Street.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Let's go take a look. So when this building was originally built, this is the 3rd Farmers Exchange on the site, right?
I believe so.
So this one was brick and concrete, which we've talked about for the episodes, trying to get through this. So that's the original facade of the building, but then at some point, I think in the 60s, this was added on to the front.
Yes, yes it was.
And I know it's been kind of the focus of the whole renovation, keeping this and keeping it part of the building.
Right.
And again, look at your vision. You were so excited a year ago talking about literally sitting on the street and watching the trains and seeing uptown and seeing what's going on. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
We did. It is.
What have your guests said? Like, how do they respond to the space?
They said, "Oh, I want to sit where the sun is, especially this time of year."
Yeah.
And they just love sitting here and meeting with their friends and relaxing and just people watching, you know. And the train went by. We had people in here on the first night, and the train went by, and it was just really neat. I mean,
cool.
The ding, ding, ding comes, you know, and then the train goes by, and everybody's like, oh wow, that was great. So it's really exciting, and we couldn't be more pleased with how, you know, it turned out.
That's fantastic. I know you've also used other pieces from around the community in the bar. A barn that was torn down, you salvaged.
Right.
Partnered with VCS, put stuff over there.
Right, just a block away, they had a barn, and they wanted to find somebody local to use the wood.
Yeah.
So John and our construction crew went over there and took that down, and they did a great job of integrating the old signs that were here, the feed signs, and featuring those, and some of the old barn doors are on the back.
That's really
and
cool.
Just really excited how it came together.
Whose idea was it to use the decanters for the globes? That's pretty ingenious.
That was John's. I'm the techie.
Keep him around. He's good. Well, again, Patty, thank you so much.
Thank
I know
you.
that you and John and Kaleigh and the whole team have worked so hard.
Thank you.
You had a vision years ago. Honestly, wasn't quite sure how it was going to shake out. But it's just beautiful. You've saved this building. You brought it back to life. You've given it back to the community as a resource and a location, and I'm sure we're completely grateful for that. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So I think fairly quickly, if not already, this is going to become established as the place to hang out in Southtown. You guys have set the bar so high. And I know that you're really focused hyper-local. We talked with Kaleigh, heard everything going on back there, all local. Tell me a little bit about what's behind the bar. Why should I come to your place?
Well, we feature all Ohio beers on draft. So, I mean, those beers are made and in Ohio using Ohio ingredients. So it benefits the farm community a lot. That just harkens back to the Farmers Exchange. So all coming from Ohio. And even our liquors, we have over 20 different spirits that are distilled in Ohio, and people were amazed that we actually had a vodka that's made right here in Medina, and a lot of people didn't even know that.
Really?
Voodoo
had no
vodka.
idea. That's fantastic. So farm to table, it's a movement that keeps growing. People want to know, where's their food coming from? How is it processed? How are you preparing it? Talk to us a little bit about your focus with the farmer's table and the whole farm to table movement.
It's really simple. It's really simplifying stuff. So our Chef James, will talk to Kaleigh Keller and see what's available over there, and then we bring it over here and we design it, prepare it for the community. We'll put a little spin on it, but like we had Ohio strip steak last week, and I put a picture of that on our Facebook page, and just seeing him cut those steaks, where the food's coming from.
Right.
I mean, you probably either go to a church or you're in the movies next to the person that raised that beef, and it's
That's
exciting,
really cool.
And it keeps the money in the community as well.
Yeah, that's neat. Again, thank you. I keep saying it, but you guys did it. You had a vision, you had a goal, and you made it happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so again, this was a warehouse a year ago. There were bags of feed and things that probably nobody knows what they were. And today, you have a full commercial kitchen in here. This is the heart of the farmer's table. Tell us a little bit about what people will expect food-wise when they come here.
So they're going to get wholesome food, local beef, done right, and it's so fresh, and we can put a unique spin on it, and we're going to use the entire animal too. So you're going to get your Ohio strip steak. You're also going to have oxtail once in a while.
Okay,
too.
nice.
So some great variations.
Back the oxtail soup.
Oh yeah. So we had braised oxtail the other day. We've had pork chops, chicken dinners, which is kind of a staple growing up. Everyone enjoyed the chicken dinner.
Sure.
And we'll have the vegetable options as well. But it's all as local as we can possibly get.
Nice. So this turned out fantastic. I think it's one of the probably largest kitchens in the district.
It's way bigger than PJ Marley's, but we're super excited to have it here at the Farmer's Table.
That's fantastic. Again, thank you so much.